What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of price action trading. Actually, one day before the Christmas Eve in holiday season, where a lot of professionals and a lot of institutions, they're on their holidays, taking their days off. But over here, we are obsessed with trading, so there are no days off for us. So let's dive into this. And actually, before we get started, one trader asked me that he would like to see more of my live videos, and I actually got prepared a few videos for the upcoming weekend because there's going to be no trading, market is going to be dead, so it's not going to be worth trading it. So I pre-recorded a few videos. I'm just saving them and keeping them, for the Christmas time, so I have something to upload. But nevertheless, today started with a big sell-off, and you can see the sell-off was fairly steep and prices were so far away from EMA here. The EMA pulled prices together, and we actually didn't get a retest of a new low, which happens very rarely. But this is overnight session. You can see that this is 2 o'clock in the morning or midnight if you are in the US. But the day started, the normal trading session started with the rally up big time, and I found the trend line from these few touches right here, and I actually try to fit it to the top like this, and you can see the fits from here and nicely is coming through the high. So I can actually see that this trend line is valid, but you can also try to find a trend line like this and treat it as a more shorter term trend line, but you still get to the same point because you have a new high right here. I'm gonna actually put it back in place, and you have a new high right here, and you have a first entry long right here with one tick triggered above this bearish bar. So first entry long that failed, pull back, second entry long triggered above one tick of this bearish reversal bar. It is close enough to be a good signal bar, because look at the stem at the end of the bar. This is what we want to see. This meant that a lot of bulls, when the bar was closing in, the lot of bulls jumped into the market and started buying at the very end of the bar, and it is at the key entry point. This is the first entry long, pullback, second entry long, it is at the key entry point. But I was still a little bit hesitant because the next bar that finished, that we actually ticked one tick above, ended very bearish like this. So I wasn't still looking to get into this trade because this was looking quite messy and quite bearish. But you can see the EMA didn't let prices to close below. The EMA is still holding, and once we actually created this bullish bar, this is where I dropped my limit order. And for a second I thought I was going to get trapped because this is such a nice reversal bar. But it is at the key entry point, and regardless if you're watching the bigger channel that I was playing, I wasn't playing the shorter term one. If you're watching the bigger channel, this is the first bounce of the trend line and of the EMA. And if you're playing the shorter term ones, you have a break and you're looking for a new high. So either way, the EMA is pointing up higher, the momentum bullish is higher. It is according to our rules, second entry long. If you entered on this bar, you would have been okay too, but the next bar was a little bit too bearish, so I recommend waiting a bit. We made a little bit higher low at this point, but at this point you're far away from EMA and you're supposed to go long at the low of the corrections, at the pullbacks. This is not a good enough pullback, not a deep enough pullback. So, and it's just a first entry long and only a first failed entry short. So not according to our rules, we have to skip this. And then you actually have a new high and another leg to a new high. So I don't think you want to go long either. Even the day at this point is starting to look quite bullish, but we have to pay attention to rules with the break and a new high. At this point we're playing this correction. This trend is actually over pretty much, at least not over. There should be some correction now. It can reverse into more, flat trend. We actually made a break right here off the EMA, and we actually have a small little consolidation, and we broke. This is the first break below the into this consolidation, and most breakouts will fail. You want to fade these breakouts. But at this point the market is starting to look like we may reverse from here. Look how sharply we reversed from the EMA. There's one thing though. This is a nice bullish reversal bar, but this is the first time we close below the EMA. The last time we closed below the EMA was at 4 o'clock in the morning my time, and we broke through EMA at 15:47. 50:47 would be 8:47 New York time, and so this was very tempting because this move was so bullish, and first time we closed below EMA, there is a lot of bulls that are waiting for this opportunity to jump on board, because this is a deep pullback, but it's not according to our rules. So I don't want, you know, I didn't mark this, so I don't want to take it. But it was tempting, and we made one big last leg up. I was quite surprised we continued in this trend so quickly. And then we have first entry long, second entry long, horrible signal bar, and this is too bullish, too big, way too big, and this is too bearish. And you actually have a first entry short, pullback, second entry short. So it was tempting. It was actually tempting to go long. It was tempting to go short. It was very tempting to go long right here, because this is looking like the trend actually may resume, and we may keep continuing higher and higher. But this is, you know, this is a trap for a lot of beginners, because you're supposed to go long at the pullbacks right here, or potentially right here. You're not supposed to go long at the very high of the move. You're already too late, and you see even proven, and you have a break in a new high. So I actually went short here. I kind of been way too aggressive, but I like the trade for simple reason that for this trap. Look how many people probably went long here, because I was, you know, fiddling with the idea going long here, because it is very tempting. It is very tempting to go long. EMA is holding, and they actually made a nice bullish reversal bar right after it. It looked like they're gonna trap people right here. This is going to look like they trapped bulls and bears are gonna jump on board. Next bar, nice bullish reversal bar. Look how strong and bullish this looks. This is definitely looking to a lot of beginners, which they need to see the market proven, like we're gonna go long here. EMA is proven, but you cannot use common sense in trading. You have to use the price action rules, and this is at the very high of the move, and you can see there's some resistance forming here. So once this bar was formed, this is where I entered, because we actually trapped. We tick one tick above or two ticks above and instantly read down lower. I knew there's going to be a lot of beginners that they're going to be trapped, and guess what? I actually got stopped out here just by one single tick. I got stopped here but just one single tick, and that pissed me off a lot, because I just basically gave my money away just to see it go in my direction. I actually re-entered right here after this big bearish bar, and it actually went without me. And once we came back right here, I think I got filled on this bullish bar. It came all the way up, and because I snuck in with the limit order fairly back, but the resistance is strong at this point, and you can see definitely a lot of bulls got trapped here, because they're going along at the very high of the move after break and a multiple legs to a new high. But just goes to show you that, you know, there's really nothing much I can do. I just got stopped here by one tick to see it go exactly where I thought it was gonna go. But that's life. That's what happens in trading. Sometimes you're gonna get really unlucky. And I actually thought I was gonna miss this trade. Luckily, it came back on this bar. If I just missed this trade, I would have been really pissed. But nevertheless, we have a break, new low of this correction working lower. One leg, second leg. You can see it's almost measured. And once you make a new low right here, you can start to see there's some support forming. At this point on, I had the resistance line, and once I added the support line, this is clearly a sign that we are in a trading range. We are swinging through up and down, up and down. We are going sideways. This is a consolidation. Prices really don't know what they're gonna do, but the bullish boss is up, and this is the best way to trade trading ranges. If we trade up higher, we're supposed to be looking for longs. This is just me taking the aggressive trades, but you can ignore this and skip this. You'll be much safer to wait for with the trend entries in a trading range. So we have a new low of this bearish correction. We have one new leg, but I still think it's a little bit too early to pick bottom. I think it's still a little bit too early to pick bottom. Maybe I'm being too afraid here. There is a proven support now, but I like to wait for lower highs. And at this point, you have a first entry short pullback, second entry short, and the support is holding beautiful bullish reversal bar. Felt second entry short according to our rules. This is where you want to go long. You're at the very low of the trading range. Felt second entry short. It is a higher low. Excuse me if I said lower high. It is a higher low. This is how we want to trade trading ranges. And you barely scalped out, and we went into this small little consolidation once again. And at this point, I was actually thinking that, you know, the holiday season is kicking in hard, because I knew that a lot of traders are going to take vacation. A lot of institutions are not going to be trading. It looked like there may still be some volatility in, but we actually you know, there wasn't much steam left. The bars just are small little choppy bars, a lot of stems. So this is just a consolidation. Once again, stay away from this and stay away from this. When you see bars stacking next to each other, this is a congestion consolidation, and we trade it, we fade the breakout. So it was very tempting to fade the breakout right here. You can make a case for this, that this might not be a bad setup, because look how bearish this bar look. It trapped a lot of shorts going short, because this is the people who actually sell the breakouts, and they don't know you're supposed to be fading the breakouts, because most breakouts will fail, and they will definitely fail of these small little consolidation congestions, like of these small trading ranges. So this may potentially be a good trade according to our rules. I was a little bit afraid you're not enough to the support. This was the only thing I was afraid, so I didn't take this trade. And you can see we didn't make it to support right here. We pulled back higher, and we didn't even close make it the support right here. So this is the, I actually made a video how I think it's called buying support and bullish imbalance. You can see, and the video was about that we were coming from the lows, and we made it only into middle of trading range and then sold off. And this is a reverse type of thing. We pushed higher and we only made it to the middle of the trading range, and we reversed from here. This is a telltale sign that there is not enough bears in the market, and we may reverse from here. So every time you're in the trading range and you cannot make it to the other end, like here, because we were supposed to make it to this low, the breakouts, we broke up higher, we tried to pull back, but we continued higher. That's the reason why, because we didn't make it to the other side of the support right here, and we barely made it to the middle of the trading range. So this is the sign that a lot of bulls are coming to the market, and the breakout may be successful. So this is your key information, how to recognize that the breakout will succeed in the other direction. But unfortunately, there's a bunch of first entries, and we are reversing down, and just market is too slow, I think, for us to risk taking anything. But just so yeah, I have prepared some live trading sessions, and I'm gonna apply. I think it's gonna be the next video I'm gonna upload. It's gonna be live, so stay tuned for that. And hopefully you guys are gonna have a great Christmas and keep studying the charts. I know I will. If you want to be good at this, I recommend you to do the same. So I wish you Merry Christmas and see you next time. Bye guys.